Everyone, once again to our podcast. We are going to discuss sleep once again. We have discussed it in the past, but it's very important. So we are now going to discuss the evening rituals that actually work to improve the sleep. Imagine this. You had a stressful day, but instead of tossing and turning for hours, you slip into bed and fall asleep within 10 minutes, waking up refreshed without an alarm. Sounds impossible? No, it's not. It's not impossible for people who know how to do it. The secret isn't in pills or expensive gadgets, it's four simple evening rituals that 90% of the people are doing wrong. And the biggest mistake happens just 2 hours before bed. Most people don't even realize that they are sabotaging their sleep. Let's fix this right now. Our guest has done a research on this, so let's ask her, why do most evening routines fail, even when people try to wind down? What's that one big mistake that people do in timing that destroys their sleep quality?
I would say the problem is most people wait too long to start their wind down routine. Your
Okay.
body has a natural 90-minute sleep window that is
Mhm.
going to open every evening. And that usually opens 3 to 4 hours after your last caffeine intake or any intense activity that you did. If you miss that window, your brain shifts into a high alert mode, and that makes sleep much more harder. So, if you start your evening ritual, let's say 90 minutes before bed, your ideal bedtime, that is crucial in promoting better sleep because this gives your nervous system time to transition from this go, go, go mode to rest and relax mode. So, think of it as cooling down after a workout. You don't want to rush it because rushing it won't work. But not a lot of people talk about this is also your melanin production. And melanin, oh, sorry, not melanin, melatonin, my
Melatonin,
bad.
yeah.
So the melatonin is the hormone that makes you sleepy. Um, and it starts dropping the second you see the blue light from your screens after 8 p.m. And there's one simple swap that you can make tonight that boosts melatonin. And it is just to not have screen time before sleeping. When you time your rituals correctly, you're working with your biological mechanisms instead of working against them. And this alone can cut your time to fall asleep by half.
Okay, that's interesting. And what are the biggest screen time mistakes that people make before going to bed, and how long you should really stay away from devices? We should also consider that a lot of people sleep while they are watching something because they are so sleepy, but they still are watching this reels on Instagram or some messages on Facebook or something else, or even some movies on Netflix, and they fall asleep while doing that. So, how can we suggest them a better way of doing this?
I follow a rule that's deemed harsh by a lot of people, but it's no screens 90 minutes before bed.
Okay.
Because blue light from your phones, your TVs, laptops, it sort of tricks your brain into thinking that it's daytime. And that helps in suppressing your melatonin production by a lot. So we do not want to do that. If we replace our doom scrolling with activities like dim light activities, which
Mhm.
could include reading a physical book, listening to soft music, or having sort of a quiet conversation, and making your bedroom sort of like this screen free sanctuary that helps in promoting a really restful and beautiful sleep.
Mhm.
What a lot of sleep experts don't mention is that it's not just about stopping your screens, it's what you do instead that matters the most. A lot of people stop their screens, but then their mind is wandering and is fully active. No, you want to replace that scrolling that you do at nighttime with things or activities that matter most and that promote rest and relaxation. So there's this 5 minute habit that can reset your circadian rhythm. But I'll come to that later in this podcast.
Okay. A lot of apps are also available these days which claim to help people, but some of them might be working, some of them don't work. What if we absolutely must use screens in the evening for family or the work related course which we have to do? Are we doomed in this case?
Well, I would say not doomed. It's an unfortunate scenario, but you definitely need boundaries. I would say if you absolutely have to do that, I have seen some ads of these blue light blocking glasses.
Yeah.
And I have heard there's these orange tinted ones that work the best. Um,
Mhm.
I would say if you're using your phone or your laptop, there's a night shift option that you
Yeah.
can access
Yes.
through the settings, and you can set that on the maximum warmth. Um, you can have like a hard stop time, which works best for you. You can say after 8 p.m., no more screens, no matter what, and then stick to it. Or after
Yeah.
10 p.m., or whatever your hard stop time is, you can set it for yourself. And after that, I would say simply do a brain dump where you write down tomorrow's to dos, make that checklist, and write down your worries on paper so that it offloads the mental noise and it won't follow you to your bedtime. I had in one of my undergrad courses, I had a professor tell me that before giving any exam, before that exam, just sort of write the things that are bothering your brain, just all the worries that you have onto a piece of paper and sort of toss that paper into a garbage and see if
Okay.
that works for you. And I have to say I scored pretty good in that on that exam, so it probably did work for me. So it's sort of like offloading your mental chatter, mental noise, that anxiety that that you feel, writing it down on a paper and sort of tossing it so it doesn't follow you to your bed or it doesn't follow you to your next activity. And it's simply rewiring your brain. Your brain needs permission that everything's handled. You can relax now.
Okay. And why do you think the gentle stretches before bed work better than an intense exercise? And what are the specific stretches that release the tension the best way possible?
Yeah, I would say evening stretches should be meant for releasing that physical tension
Hmm.
or this sort of like muscle tension that you have stored or has accumulated from your day. It could be a hard day, and that sort of happens in your neck, your hips, your lower back. That these are some prime areas where stress has a habit to accumulate. And unlike morning stretches that are meant to be energizing you for the full day, evening ones should signal that it's time to relax to your nervous system. So, as I was talking about, there's this 5 minute sequence that
Hmm.
you can perform before your bedtime, and it can help you gently transition your mind to a state of rest and relaxation, where you can start up by putting your legs up the wall. So, lie with your legs vertically against a wall. This drains the lymph fluid, calms the nervous system instantly, and it's not just for relaxing, it actually flushes your stress hormones, your cortisols, out of your system through gravity. So it's perfect for that. And then the next minute, you do a child's pose where you have your knees wide, forehead to floor, and it's perfect for releasing any lower back tension that you have. Follow that up by sitting forward fold, where you have this gentle hamstring stretch and you breathe very deeply. And lastly, you do this neck release where you have ear to shoulder tilts and you do it very slowly. These all things help in promoting relaxation in areas that are primary targets where your stress accumulates. And these areas, just gently stretching them and relaxing them, helps in promoting better sleep.
Okay. Now, another important thing is that a lot of people suffer from insomnia, or some of them are very stressed to go to sleep. What about people with such problems? Will the stretches actually quieten their mind?
Um, I would say yes, um, because physical tension fuels mental tension.
Yeah,
When your body is tensed, your mind is tensed. When your
yeah.
body relaxes, your mind follows. So if you pair your stretches with what's called 4-7-8 breathing, where you
Okay.
inhale 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and then exhale 8. This
Hmm.
slows your heart rate and shifts you into parasympathetic mode. And as I talked about this parasympathetic nervous system in one of the other podcasts,
Correct.
it's
Yes.
a system that promotes rest and recovery. It's a rest and digest mode, promoting your digestive system, promoting rest, recovery, slowing your heart rate, and relaxing your muscles. So you are away from this fight or flight mode, this adrenaline rush, or anything that bothers you, and your body has this relaxation set in. And I would say most people notice that their mind is going to quieten quite a bit within the first 2-3 minutes only. It's basically like giving this brain with constant mental chatter and noise and being just overactive this permission to finally stop and relax and recover.
Okay. And coming down to, even we have discussed it earlier about meditation, I guess it can also help in sleep in a very good way if you are able to do it in the right way. What are the best type of meditation for falling asleep faster, and how do we do it lying in the bed?
I would say the elements of sort of like bedroom where you are prioritizing sleep is having that bedroom be a cool, dark, and quiet place. Ideal bedroom temperature is about 18 degrees Celsius. If needed, you can use a fan. Blackout curtains or eye mask is really good for complete darkness. You can always use a white noise machine or earplugs for sound. And
Mhm.
second, I would say bedding matters. So you need breathable cotton sheets, you need supportive pillow that keeps your neck aligned. You should be having a very good washing routine for your sheets. I usually try to wash my bed sheets twice a week, but washing sheets weekly should definitely be prioritized because your nose can actually smell the buildup that keeps
Yeah.
you subconsciously, it can keep you alerted, and you don't want that. And third is scent. So there are certain essential oils that you can sort of spray or spray onto your pillowcase. There's lavender or cedarwood that are good essential oils that promote sleep. These scents directly lower your cortisol. They help in signaling safety to your brain.
I have
And
tried this cedarwood. Sorry to interrupt you in between, and I have also seen regarding the cleaner sheets you have, the sleep is better on 1 or 2 days while you're clean. So obviously that works. And also we can prepare our body for meditation or for deep relaxation once you have all these things which you have discussed, like the right temperature and the better bed, which is very relaxing, which is comfortable, and also if you have better scents in your bed, in your
yeah,
bedroom. And I will like to ask you now that if you can give us a 20-minute evening routine that works the best for busy people. I want a step-by-step information so that people can follow it easily and they can continue with their relaxed activities before going to sleep and they have a better sleep. So please give us a specific routine how people can do that.
yeah, as I was talking about before, this 90-minute routine that you should start with winding down before bedtime.
Hmm.
So starting 90 minutes before bed, you can have sort of minute 1 to 5. You can do, as I said, you can do the brain dump. You can create the to-do list for tomorrow. You can write your worries on a paper. You can sort of relieve your brain out of all this stuff to do and the stress, and sort of help in transitioning it into a restful mode. And then follow that by 5 minutes of screen free reading or listening to soft music. And this is the portion which you can extend. You don't have to do it. 5 minutes is the minimum, but I would say you can, if you have 20 minutes, spend only 5 minutes. But if you have longer, then of course you can do screen-free reading for longer period of time, listen to soft music for longer period of time, or having a quiet conversation with a family member or with a friend. And follow that up with the next 5 minutes of that stretch sequence that I was talking about, where you can have your legs up the wall, and the stretch sequence that I gave you. That is something that you can do for the next 5 minutes. And last 5 minutes, you can do sort of like this body scan meditation in the bed, where you can see the bed sheets and the essential oils, have a nighttime tea by bed. These are the things that you can do. So this is a 20-minute routine that you can do before bed. And if you do this for, let's say, 7 days, 7 nights straight, your body will learn the patterns, and it will start producing melatonin automatically when you begin step one, so that you don't need to supplement with the melatonin supplements. Your body automatically, naturally produces that melatonin, just as you start by doing the brain dump, which is step one. And sleep will become not a task, but it will become more effortless. I would also suggest no coffee after 2 p.m., no heavy meals after 7 p.m. These all things are good, because you also, once you reach into that parasympathetic nervous system, you also, that system promotes digestion and rest. So you don't want anything very heavy, anything meaty, right before bed. So you want to avoid that as well. And lastly, I would just say it's being consistent. That is better than being perfect. You had a night out with your friends and you ate heavily. That's not a problem as long as you do this routine. So just be consistent. You don't have to always do it by the book, always have to do it right. As long as you're consistent, you make this habit of doing it, and your body will automatically get into this transition into sleep mode.
Okay. Thanks a lot for sharing all this valuable information. And for our viewers, I would say just from tonight, pick up one ritual, follow it. Being consistent is going to help you in the long run. Ditch the screens 90 minutes before you fall asleep. And also, you can try to relax, to do some stretches. Don't overburden your body. Do not think about it in that way. Just have a set schedule that, okay, I'm going to do this at this time, I'm going to wind down, and your body will do the rest. It will on its own get into this mode when it is going to relax, it is going to have a good sleep, and then you'll feel refreshed in the morning and you'll be able to achieve more. Let us know in the comments what rituals you are trying to do already, and which of ours which we have shared today you are going to use. So, Sukman, once again, thanks a lot for sharing this information. We will see you in our next session. Have a great time. Thanks once again.